Hey guys, welcome back. We are back in my garden. I am so happy to be home. We landed yesterday around, I think it was evening, but we got home around 2 a.m. So we are tired, but so happy to be back. I just saw my mom for the first time and I really wanted to come outside this morning and see the garden, but Sergey was like, no, you have to wait because the garden looks so different than how you left it 2 weeks ago. So you have to film it, get a reaction out of it so you can really take in all of the changes that have happened in the last 2 weeks. And he's so right, because just coming in, obviously I saw it this morning coming outside. I didn't go to the back yet. I was like, what? Like everything grew in so much in the last 2 weeks. So I think what we'll do is just walk around and just take a quick look at how things are looking. And then I don't know, I can't wait to start planting. I have a bunch of things that need to get in the ground and I'm just so excited to be back. I will say traveling is a lot of fun and I love to travel and learn new cultures and experience different gardens and all of that. But as extroverted as I am, I'm also a big homebody and I love being home. I love being in my garden. So by, I think it was like day 9 or 10, I was like, I am ready. I am ready to go home. I'm ready just to touch my soil and my plants and be in my garden again. It feels so good to be back. One more thing I wanted to say before we jump in is thank you. Thank you guys so much for going on that trip with me, experiencing those gardens together. It was such a fun time. And it just means so much to me. I honestly feel so blessed that I get to do this and I get to share my garden experience with you guys and then also places outside of my garden with you guys. It's such a blessing. It really is. And I just want you to know that I will never, ever take your guys' support for granted because it means more to me than you'll ever know. And I just wanted to say thank you for sticking around and going on this whole trip with me because it was a blast to share all of those spaces with you guys. All right, let's jump in. We're in the front. Obviously, like I said, I came outside, so I saw a bit of what's going on in here. The first thing that stands out to me immediately is the smoke bush. I mean, it put on so much size while we were gone. And actually, when we were visiting the different gardens in the UK, I saw a lot of gardens have smoke bushes, but they trained them into more of a standard form and kind of had them weeping over walls, and some of them were weeping over, oh my gosh, what was it, a water feature, and it was so beautiful. So I definitely want to come in and actually prune this up a little bit because I don't want it to take this ball shape. I want it to be a little bit more of a standard form. So I will come in at some point and just prune up some of those lower limbs. But look at how full everything looks. I did miss our peonies. So mom sent me pictures and some of them did finish blooming. So sad I missed those, but it's okay. All of the annuals that we planted are doing good, but they're definitely ready for a good feeding. So I'm going to start feeding them this week. And it has been warm. So a lot of things have put on quite a bit of size. And look at our trees. Oh my gosh, I'm just taking it all in. They just look so different to me from what we left them. Another thing that's standing out is our alliums. Now, before we left, we did have quite a bit of them blooming, and you can tell these are done. So I'm going to cut some of these back at some point this week, I think, because we have some other things to come in and start planting here. Let's see. Ooh, the grasses, look at them. They're growing nicely. That makes me happy. Our new maple is doing good. And I think back here, let me see, there's not a lot going on back here. Oh yes, but our Chinese dogwood is finally blooming. So I think in our May tour, which was posted maybe 2 weeks ago, these weren't in bloom quite yet. This tree is so nice to have because as soon as our Venus dogwoods are finished blooming or coming to an end, this Chinese dogwood starts putting on a show. So it's nice to have those staggering trees. Those come on early spring, and this is kind of at the end of springtime. So we have a little bit of color extended in the season. So if you are looking for dogwoods, I would recommend the Venus dogwoods. That's one of my favorite. And then the Chinese dogwood is a little bit more late blooming. Now, if I come to our tree island, look at the Midnight Masquerade penstemon. Look at how beautiful these little flowers are. And I know I say this every time we talk about this plant, but I always think about removing it, and then it blooms and I'm like, it's so beautiful. I can't take it out. And it's such a beautiful plant to have. I just wish it was a better rebloomer for us. But either way, it's so pretty, and it just adds a lot of vertical interest in this space. I can see some of the alliums here too are done. So I'm going to cut those back, but everything else looks so good. The hydrangeas are looking really good. Let's see, let's swing around. Okay, the columbine is also done, so I can go ahead and cut these back. These form seed heads, and I think I showed you guys, they spread everywhere. So if you're looking for something that self-seeds, columbine is a great plant for that. Oh, and these are the, gosh, I always forget them. I think shrubberity, alliums. Look at how massive these are. One of you guys had mentioned that you cut these back, dry them out, and then you spray paint them, and you use them for Christmas decorations. So I'm gonna do that. I think that's such a good idea. I don't know if I need to just like hang them upside down like you normally would, or if I just need to let them dry a little bit more. I think I probably need to allow them to dry. They're very green right now, so maybe a little bit longer before we cut those back. But overall, these two beds are looking fantastic. You can see we have a lot of the petals from the Venus dogwoods kind of just spread out everywhere. But oh my gosh, everything is just really putting on size right now. Over here, I just have a ton of things to get planted. These are all of our Dahlia seedlings that Sergey and my stepdad planted or potted up. Some of them, I think the other ones I already did. I think these might be the ones I did. But all of this needs to get planted. The dahlias are going to be grown out in these 4-inch containers until I see them bloom. If they're good, they'll go in the landscape. If they're bad, they'll either go to somebody else or they'll get tossed, because remember, these are ones that we grew from seeds, so we have no idea what they're going to look like. Let's see. We have some hostas popping up. These were the ones that we divided, but it looks like we might have missed a little bit of it, so it's growing. So I'll probably just leave that be. Let's see. Our anemone and ranunculus, those are pretty much done for this season as well. So I will go ahead and cut those back here in a bit. Now, the thing that I did see right when we walked in are these roses, and they're looking a little bit sad. Now, Sergey did come in with the predatory mites, which I think took care of some of it. We are going to be putting more down because I still see some thrip action. You see, it's probably really hard to see, but those skinny little boogers are still in our roses. So I want to make sure we get rid of them. So I think we're going to order more. But the problem with this rose is, look, like, what? It's so heavy. I think I just need to prune it back really good. I don't know. It's just not looking too great. And both of them are doing this. I'll probably just cut some of these blooms back and see how it does, but this is just a tricky area for us. But coming back from those gardens in England, I'm all about roses right now. So you guys are probably gonna be seeing me talking about roses, planting more roses. I just wanna plant climbing roses everywhere and anywhere in the garden. So anyways, so we'll keep an eye out on that. Right over here, our containers are amazing. I cannot believe our spring containers still look this good, and look at how massive some of these plants got. Can you believe how insanely big everything is getting in here? Now I do want to come in here with some of our summer plants and start transitioning some of these things out of here and into the landscape, like our scabiosa. We have a heuchera back there, our little fuchsia that we planted in here. They're doing so cute. I'm just looking at everything. How beautiful these containers turned out to be. We have a little bit of powdery mildew over here on these pansies, but that's okay because these are going to get taken out, so I'm not too worried about that. Again, those fuchsias, I'll probably pop these out in the landscape as well. And everything else is looking good. The ferns will probably need to be moved as well since we are warming up here. They're probably not gonna like being up here for very much longer. But everything else is looking fantastic. We do need to address the grass a bit because it is yellowing a bit over here, and that's probably because we had it so long for such a long time and then we cut it really short. So we just need to get in here and get better at watering. But you can see the Venus dogwoods in the front are just about done for the season, but they did such a good job blooming this year. And boy, are they putting on quite a bit of size. And same with the other ones on the other side of our planting strip over there. Those are doing really great. Now this bed here, I'm just taking it all in and seeing what looks different. Definitely the Delphiniums are coming in. I wish I would have staked these. Every year I tell myself to do it, and every year I forget. But I think what I'll do is come in with like a tomato cage that we've cut down. I think one of you guys also recommended ones that you can find on Amazon, and I'm gonna see if I can try to get in there and put it around, because this will rebloom for us. So I just wanna kind of tuck them back in together so they don't get so spread out. And it did rain a little bit this morning, so I'm thinking they probably got, you know, pushed over a bit, but look at how beautiful those blooms are. It's such a beautiful plant, so worth it. I love Delphiniums. It's so wild to me that in just 2 weeks, how different your garden can look. And I think had I been here, I probably wouldn't have noticed it because, you know, you'll see it every day. But being away and not looking at it and then coming back and you're like, what? It's just like, it gets me every single time we travel and we're away from our garden. This side is also looking really good. I do want to come in now that I'm here and I'm seeing this in person, cut back all of our bulbs that we left. I think they're ready to go. We have, our hydrangeas. It's full of flowers. Super excited about that. All of our annuals that we planted together before we left is looking really good. And you guys know I struggled a little bit with these because when I planted them, I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know why. I was just having a little bit of a creative block, but they actually look really beautiful. I think what I was struggling with the most are these Supertunia's Blue Tiara, just because I'm not used to the two-tone, you see, and I really wanted to do the Bordeaux, but I couldn't find a Bordeaux, so I went with these, and they actually look really, really beautiful. Like, totally not the flower I would have, like, my first pick, but I'm actually super happy that we have them in the garden, and I just can't wait to see how all of this starts to fill in over here. It's gonna look so pretty. This view looks so beautiful, and look at this verbena. Oh my gosh. I'm about 5'5", and look at the size of this verbena. That is insane. This is also the same verbena though that self-seeded, thousands of little plants everywhere. And I think we suffocated them with the mulch that we brought in, but I was a little bit worried, I won't lie. I was a little bit traumatized to see how many self-seeded, but it looks beautiful. And this is just one plant. Look at that. Isn't that insane? I cannot believe how big this one verbena is. Crazy. All right, side garden is still full of things that need to get cleaned up, but overall it looks really good. It's still quite a mess. We are going to come in because we are going to start trenching here really soon. So all of these plants have to be moved. A lot of them are going to get planted. Look at these beautiful peonies. Oh my gosh, I have to get this planted because it's so beautiful. Look at this. Oh, this is so messy, Sergey. Oh my God. But it's so beautiful. Okay, and look over here.
Let me tell you a beautiful
Wait. Hold on. I have to look at this. Look at this iris, you guys. Oh my gosh, don't mind the mess. But look at how beautiful everything looks. The roses. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. I haven't been this motivated to like plant as I am right now, especially after coming from so many beautiful gardens. I just want to get into mine now and just start planting it up with more beautiful flowers. Oh, what a mess, but what a beautiful mess to have. Oh my gosh, and all of these plants that I left behind that I still need to get planted. Are you still gonna bother me? I feel like you're here to say something.
I'm always a bother?
No.
Really? No. I want the viewers to know.
Yes.
We initially were gonna fly in around 5-6 o'clock.
Oh, we don't have to talk about that.
And I knew that she was like dying to go into the backyard.
Yep.
And I'm like, I really want to capture her like genuine response.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't think I can hold it in. I think I'm gonna run into the backyard as soon as I get home. And I'm like, no, you can't. She's like, I will. I wouldn't say it was on purpose, okay, but we ended up missing that flight.
We did. Okay. We did. That's why we got in so late.
We came in at like 2 in the morning.
Yep.
And so here she is, actually able to get out and
experience it. Oh my gosh.
But the entire morning, she would like walk out and get a glimpse through the window, and I'd be like, turn around.
See, it's like, don't close your eyes. You can't go back there. And I'm like, please let me go back there.
Finally, here she is.
Yes.
Letting it all out.
Yeah, I know. I'm like having a good panic attack right now because I'm so excited.
I just had like 10 mulberries.
Oh, you did?
And there's like 100 left.
Really? Okay.
Never in our last 2 years have we had that many
mulberries. I know. Okay, wait, let me finish this because there's just so much to see. I do think we need to come in with more predatory mites because I'm seeing a lot more thrips, even on the annuals now. Anyways, let me step back and show you how beautiful our roses are looking. This is the Eden climbing rose. And look at what a beautiful show it's putting on right now. I am seeing a little bit of black spots throughout, not as bad, but I will come in and just spray it again to make sure it doesn't continue to spread. Again, a little bit of thrip damage with some of these roses here. So we're going to have to come in with more mites and hopefully we can get on top of that. But my gosh, it's such a bummer to have thrips. What a terrible, terrible pest to have. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It's just awful. So again, a little bit of the black spots, but not too bad. It could be worse. And let me just look at the cut flower garden. I haven't seen this yet. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look. No way. Wait, should we? No, we have to come here. Look at the ice cap roses. Oh, can you even handle this beauty? Oh my gosh. How beautiful do these look? Oh, they're in their full bloom. Look at them. Kind of a really soft scent. Not too fragrant. But oh my gosh, this looks so beautiful. Is that a ladybug? Nope, that's a cucumber beetle. I'm gonna get after those early this year. But overall, everything looks beautiful. I'm so thrilled with how beautiful these roses look. Holy moly. Let's go back over here because I just went right through it. Let's see, our zinnias are doing fantastic. I do have to come in. Let's see. Yep, I have to come in and just remove all of those little self-seeded celosia from last year. And I might need to actually put some more seeds down because I'm seeing not the best germination right there. So I might need to reseed some areas. This bed too, this is all things that like self-seeded. So all of this needs to come out. Everything else that we planted is looking great. I do need to come in and just pinch these. Back here, everything is looking good. The persimmon is looking great. The hops are looking a lot better. No spider mites right now, thank goodness. Just knock on wood. We do have aphids, but I'd rather have aphids than spider mites, so we'll just make sure we stay after it as well. Our lilies are coming up really nicely. Those are getting nice and tall. Our fig is doing really well too. I think Sergey pruned this back a little bit. Let's see, our trees back here are looking good. The hostas that we transplanted are also looking really nice. We have, let's see, what else do we have back here? I can come in and start cleaning out these muscaris. These are done for the season. I need to ask Sergey if he fed our magnolia. We need to give it some iron. I don't know if he did yet or not, but definitely seeing a little bit more yellowing. So we'll address that. What else? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Ooh, the dahlias are coming up. Nice. Everything is looking good. Oh my gosh, a lot of them are coming up. Okay, this is great. Let's see, we have a bunch of seedlings to get into the ground. And there's some inside that I need to bring out. Okay, these are the tomatoes. These are tiny, but they look a lot better than what they did when I left. So all of these are going to get planted. These are the dahlias, Sergey potted up, the seedlings. Let's see, what else do we have here? Our lupine are massive. I need to get these in the ground. Look at how big they are, you guys. These are the ones that we planted or started together. Let's see, what else? Oh my gosh, there's just like so much going on back here. This rose, oh, it's doing it again. So this rose is really funny because this is actually supposed to be a Coco Loco rose. And I just think it reverted into the stock rose is what I'm assuming is happening, but this is definitely not Coco Loco. And last year it was, so I just need to probably cut those back or just keep an eye on it. Let's see, our sweet peas are looking really good. Oh my gosh, hold on. Oh my gosh, look at the wow. The pansies that we have around our containers, those look fantastic. I don't know if I can pull those out yet. They still look really, really good. We have the sweet peas that self-seeded. And look what my stepdad and Sergey did. They actually have some twine on the fence and they're growing the sweet peas along the fence, which, you know what? I'm going to leave it because I think that's actually really beautiful. The sweet peas really did just kind of take over. The ones that we started from seed are doing really well over here on their proper trellises that we have. So that's good. What else? What else? Our lilies over here are also doing really good. Like that. A ton of figs. Oh my gosh, are they ready? No, not yet. You can always tell when a fig is ready when they start bending at the neck and they're soft. These are very, very hard. So not ready yet. Usually in June, like late June, early July is when we can start harvesting. But oh my gosh, it's loaded. Let's see, things back here are still looking good. Not much has changed. Just some areas to clean up. Oh, our foxglove are done too. Same with our irises. I can see a lot of buds on some of our other magnolias here. We have a sweet pea coming into the pathway. And normally I would want to cut this back, but honestly, after seeing just how like whimsical those English gardens are with things just kind of overflowing everywhere, I'm going to leave it and I'm going to embrace it. Our Allenwick rose looks like it's just about done with its first flush, but this rose just keeps blooming. It's such a beautiful, beautiful rose. I will say one of the things that I really took in and embraced visiting these other gardens is just allowing plants to do what they want to do. I am such an OCD person. It's just the way my brain works that I like to get after things once they get a little bit out of control really quick. You guys know I like to keep my garden super neat all of the time. But on this trip, just seeing how other gardeners in different gardens allow things to crawl and kind of be a little bit like messy, and it's so whimsical and a little bit ethereal. that I'm like, it's okay. It's okay that things aren't growing where they're supposed to be. It's okay that this self-seeded all the way on the other side of the garden. Let it grow. See what happens. If you don't like it, you can always, remove it. I'm the type of person that also likes to move trees around. So why not let something like a sweet pea crawl onto the pathway and just kind of embrace that beautiful and English look of allowing things to really grow out and kind of be a little bit more cottagey and a little bit more free, versus really controlling everything the way that I like to do. So definitely going to take a little bit of that on, not going to try and be so super OCD in my garden all of the time, because I don't know, it's just really beautiful to like embrace it and allow plants to do what they want to do. So I'm going to be a little bit more like that in my garden. Our bulb lasagnas are pretty much done, so I'm going to go ahead and just clear out these containers. I forgot that I planted irises in some of these. So the irises are just at the end of blooming. Here's one right here. Here's a good one. That's really beautiful. And I'm sure these all looked really fantastic too. So we'll let these continue blooming, and then we will remove these containers out of here and do something else. Our mulberry, this is the tree that Sergey was talking about that he was eating mulberry from, is doing so good. Look at all of the fruit on this tree, and I'm so happy the birds haven't gotten to it yet. So we have some to enjoy. Typically, I think what we would want to do is put a net over it, just so we can get to some of the fruit, but there's still a lot on here, so that is really good. And I will say, if you're looking for a good fruiting tree, highly recommend the sweet pea mulberry, because not only does it provide fruit, but it has a really beautiful ornamental structure to it as well, which I think looks really great in the landscape. Not a ton more blooming back here. We are seeing a lot of things put on size, and I am seeing the clematis. Look at how beautiful this clematis look. And you guys know we saw a bunch of really beautiful varieties at the Chelsea Flower Show, which, you know what, you have my heart. Like, all of the clematis lovers, I get it. I so get it now, and I'm so into these flowers more than I ever have been before. And look at all of the buds on this one. It's just full of little buds, and you see how it's starting to crawl? I'm going to allow it. We can always bring it back if we need to, but I just want to see how far it goes. And then right behind me, we have some, I think these are Oriental lilies, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think these are Asiatic. So these are going to put on a beautiful show. All of our other things are pretty much done, like our irises. Again, more of our peonies are done. But look at how beautiful the view is from back here. Just seeing the layers starting to come together a bit. And again, the sweet peas and everything that's kind of done blooming but has petals fallen to the ground just looks so beautiful and cottagey back here. We're definitely going to be planting up Sergey's tomatoes here this week because they are ready to go in the ground. And here's our red bud, which is doing really good. It really filled in while we were gone. And this is just such a striking tree to have in the garden, especially because of all of the green and the blue and the yellow that we have back here. Just to have this beautiful burgundy dark color really adds a lot of drama to the space. And you can always see that when this is in full bloom like this. It just looks really, really beautiful. And our olive tree is also doing really well. Look at all of the blooms on it, you guys. These are all going to be little olives. Isn't that so fun? This olive tree, I will say, we rescued it. And I think we're like the best rescuers for this tree, because look at how beautiful it looks. Oh, I love this tree so much. This will always be with us. We are taking this tree everywhere and anywhere we move to. She's so beautiful. I am super pleased with the way Sergey planted all of the dahlias. And I told him, you did such a great job. And he's like, but don't get it twisted. This does not volunteer me to doing this for you every year. And I'm like, well, Sergey's like, I want the viewers to vote. Who planted it better, me or her? Obviously I did. Okay, his is just a little bit more neat. But look at how beautiful my beds look. Everything that's coming up. But he really did such a good job. These are all so neatly planted and labeled. I am so proud. I'm so proud of you. This rose also filled in so beautifully, and I was so worried about it because if you recall, this arbor had fallen, so we had to remove it, which meant we had to strip this rose completely. And not in a time where you'd typically want to do it like a hard pruning on your roses, but we just had to. And I was like, I don't know if this rose is going to like this or if it's going to make it, like how is it going to react? But look at how great it's looking. I'm super pleased that it bounced back. I do want to come in and just start training it a little bit, especially with some of these longer canes. Just start training it up so we can start seeing it climb up this arbor, just like we have our Eden rose. And I definitely will come in, start removing some of the grass over here and start underplanting these as well. Okay, one thing I also wanted to call out back here, look at how beautiful our neighbor's climbing rose is. This rose grows on one of their cherry blossom trees. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, maybe here. And look at that view. Now, the thing with this rose though, it kind of makes me mad because every year it gets like black spot and I try to help them and I spray it and I try to take care of it. I do think we need to come in and just cut these canes way back and to allow more airflow because it blooms once and then it's kind of done. So I think we can do better, but what a beautiful borrowed view that we get in our garden of this rose. Like, can you even handle it? Like, hold on, let me go back here so you can see a little bit better. It's kind of hard with the lighting right now, but look at how pretty that is. Isn't that so romantic? Seeing all of those beautiful gardens was magical, but I'll tell you what, coming home to your own garden is just as magical. I love the way our trees look. I talked about this before, how springtime, I especially love our trees because everything looks so new and fresh and delicate. But now coming in after a couple of weeks, seeing everything grown in and a lot of the other things budded up, I'm just like, my little heart is so full and happy right now with how our garden is looking. We have a ways to go, yes, but what a beautiful sight to come home to, if you ask me. All right, guys, that will wrap it up for today's little garden catch up and walkthrough after being away from our garden for 2 weeks. I cannot believe I was gone for that long, but I will say I am so thankful for my family, for my mom, my stepdad, and Sergey for taking care of the garden while I was gone, because honestly, I don't think I could have left and got to enjoy like this trip the way that I did. Like, it really was transformative. And it fed my soul to see those gardens. And I just really learned a lot. And I think that was like the best experience, just seeing how people do things differently. It really brought like a lot of inspiration to me. But again, I couldn't have left and done this without having them here, because it is really hard to leave your garden, especially with someone who is not a gardener or won't cherish and take care of your plants the way that you do. So to have family who like understand how special and meaningful your garden is and all of your plants are, it just makes a world of a difference. And I will say, if you are going to travel, try to find another gardener to take care of your garden for you, because it really does make a world of a difference. Even if it's somebody who's just going to water, if they understand how to water plants, like that makes a huge difference. So anyways, I'm so happy to be back. Again, I love to travel. I love to see different places, meet new people. You guys know I'm a people person, but it's just so amazing to be back in my garden. There's so much I want to do. I'm so inspired. I'm full of ideas. We are going to be coming in here and working on the side garden really quick because I just cannot wait any longer. We have trenching to do for the French drain. We're going to be able to clear things out now that we have the house painted. So it's just going to be so fun to get in and start creating this new garden space for us to start enjoying. So anyways, thank you guys again for hanging out with me today in my garden. I can't wait to be back with you guys and working in our own garden again. And that's it. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye-bye.